Okay. Continuous compounded interest. Formula. Do you all have a calculator on you right now? Great. I'm going to use it in a second. The formula for this is A of t equals P e to raised to the power RT. We're going to break this down. Did I use P or A for you guys? I'm going to go back up for 1 second. I used A. Okay, this could be A, this could be P. We're just going to do uppercase P for this one, okay? It's still our initial value. Still our initial value. But we're going to call it P because it can also be called the initial principal. What was T in all of our equations? Time. R is our annual rate, interest rate. Now I should always write this as a decimal. A of t is our output, our final result. The only thing new in this problem is E. Can you all type in E into your calculator for me? And then it might ask you to raise it to a power. Just raise it to 1, please. Second, and then there's an ln. Right above it is d. There. Okay, Mark, what was E?
2.7.
Yes. Sonny, did you get the same thing as Mark? For E? Keep going. That's it? Okay, it does keep going on and on and on forever. It's an irrational number. Do you know any other number that does the same thing? Yes, it's just like pi. It's just an irrational number. So this is not a variable. We don't plug in a number for E. E is its own number. And we're going to call this the natural base. And we only use this formula when we have continuous compounded interest. It's going to say it right in the problem, if you're doing continuous compounded interest. We see those words, we're doing this formula. Put your pens down when you're done writing. Next, we're going to do a problem with this. Just plugging in the numbers from a word problem, okay? Okay. You're going to find a partner and do this one with. Who wants to hand out note cards for me? Michael, you volunteered. Thank you. You volunteered, Sunny, so it's your turn. They're right below here. Yeah. I'll write down below. Below. Yes. Example. You can do one per like team. So you all invest $125,000 into an account. It's okay, I'm still writing. That earns 4.75% interest. Ask your partner next to you, Kennedy. That is compounded continuously. I want you guys to find the value in the account after 15 years. I want you to write the answer on the note card. But you can put it in your notebook so you have it. After 15 years, how much are we left with? Okay. There's one more thing that we have to do. Now, I want your opinion. Do we want to do a problem about the, oh, wait, it's going to be a second till I get there. Okay, do you guys want to do a problem about the land prices in Alaska or about the milk prices at Safeway? Milk? Okay. Gas price? I should have done one about gas prices. Well, the majority was milk, so we are doing a milk problem. Well, the top one was the land problem, but we are doing the milk problem. So at Safeway in Alaska, I would definitely put this in your notes. The price of a gallon of milk has risen, increased over time due to shipping and supplies costs. I'm moving this into smooth draw, guys. Give me 1 second.
Is that real, the price of milk here?
Yeah. I did expensive milk, but still. Well, last night when I was looking this up, it was like $7.90. The good brand? Well, yeah. It's Safeway. So, in Safeway in Alaska, the price of a gallon of milk has been increasing over time. In 2022, the cost for a gallon of milk was $6.50. In 2026, it costs $7.90. Use the data to determine the exponential model, so forming an equation that describes the price per gallon of milk where time is measured since the year 2020. So 2020 is when t equals 0. our exponential model, this equation looks roughly like y equals a times b to the x. So what we kind of did also on our homework, exponential models. This is our equation. Okay. So I'm starting with y equals a b x. I'm going to give you a second to write this down before we start writing. Well, the important bits, like you don't have to talk about the first sentence, really. You can start with in 2022. So like from here. Yeah. Yeah. And we're gonna see how much it's gonna be in like 50 years or something. We can at the end. You guys can pick the year. Yeah, milk is expensive. I could have done eggs, it would have been a lot more expensive. No. No, not like the I'm okay. I don't really buy the milk here, but I was looking online. But yes, this is the price of milk currently at the store. One of them. Yeah, it is. It's like almond milk with the. Sure, yeah. I needed a big increase for this problem, so we went with that. But yes, this was the increase. Over 4 years, it increased a lot of money. Okay, are we good? Okay, okay. My milk does not cost as much money in New York, though. It's like I just haven't drinking any milk since I've gotten here. Yeah, I get it. It's okay. I know. I like my milk from New York, so I don't know. But it's like $4.50, so it's really expensive here. Everything is more expensive. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm gonna start. First thing we want to do, I want to make a table. Table of this problem. So this is my x column, which we're gonna do is number of years. 2020 was the start of this problem. So that is at 0 years. And we don't know how much milk that is yet. We don't know. This side is going to be cost of milk. Okay, but we do know it for 2020, which is 2 years later. It was $6.50. And then in 2026, it was $7.90. If I went from 2020 to 2026, how many years did I go? 6. Yes. You're right. Thank you. This is 2. This over here is our initial cost of milk. That should be our A in our equation. We need our A in our equation. So we gotta solve for this A. We gotta solve for this B. We're gonna start with solving for B. Ooh. B. B is also our growth factor. So these are 3 points on a graph. We are trying to get the equation from that given the 2 points that we have. So the first one up here, AB, this is our x value, okay? We got AB to the 6 equals $7.90. Now right below it, I'm also going to put our second equation. We also have A, B to the years, which is what, Landon? How many years for 2022? 2 years. So I'll put a 2 right there. And then what was the cost of milk for that year? Great. So $6.50 right there. On this side of the equation, I got 2 A's. I can cancel those guys out. What am I left with on this side? On the left side of my equation? Yeah, b to the fourth. And then in your calculators, what is $7.90 divided by $6.50? I gave my calculator away, so I don't know. Say that again? What is the right side of my equation when I do division? Oh, okay. Thank you. Shetty, what did you get? 1.25? Oh, 215. Is that what everyone else got? Yeah, okay. If I gotta get rid of this 4, what do I have to do to both sides? Very close to a square root. Fourth root. Yes. Fourth root. Take the fourth root of both sides. And if I did that in my calculator, I would have gotten B equals 1.0, let's round it, 5. Because we're kind of talking about money right now. This is still our growth factor. So in our equation, we found B. Done. We still need to find A, though. So I'm going to scroll down, everyone. Number 3. Finding the initial value. So we're trying to find A. The equation right now is y equals A. Then we got a B, which is 1.05, all to, what do we call it? X, which is our years. What point do you want to use? Want to use 2026 or 2022? 2022? Okay. 6 or 2? 2, okay. So y was a cost that year, which was $7.90, equals A, 1.05. And when I went from 2020 to 2022, that was 2 years. I want you to all solve for A. So what you get? Thank you, Lily. It is $6.50 on the other side, guys, because that was the cost for 2022. I was just remembering 2026. 50. Thank you. Solve for A. Get A all by itself. No, just take it. Both sides to get A all by itself. 6.50 equals A. What is this, Angel, when you put in a calculator? 1025. Great. Divide that by both sides. So A equals what, Natalia? 895. Is that what you got? Yeah. Anyone else get the same answer? Yeah. Okay, now we have to round that to the nearest cent. Yes, 5.9. So $5.90. So that means in the year 2020, it was $5.90. So if this is now our equation, let's predict the future. Amy, give me a year far in the future. Okay, 2040. So this is the equation for 2020. Now we're going to 2040. So what should be our x value? What's our jump? How many years did we go?
20.
Yes, 20 years. So plug in a 20 there. See how much this milk is gonna maybe cost in 2040. It costs like a lot of money to get the milk out here to begin with. You gotta put it on a ship. It's a lot. I can go like 3 miles and get fresh milk right from the cow if I want to. Yeah. There's no cows here, but when I go home, there is. Wait, are there cows on this island? Someone said.
Not this island. Someone shot the last guy on this island. It's like really far away. Can't even.
So what did we predict the price to be? Okay, round to the nearest cent. What do we get? 66. Okay. That was your prediction. That was great. 65? Okay.
Is this 65?
I don't really want to do that. I've never actually done that. No, I take care of the horses. I don't touch the cows. They're angry. They're yeah. What? Yeah. I need help getting on them though. Like I have to step on like a stool or like a fallen tree because I'm short. They're just horses. I don't know. What? Oh, I don't know. I'm not that into horses. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little summary of the section. You guys learned a lot of things in 6.2. You guys got 2 new equations. A of t equals A1 plus R over N to the NT. When do we use this equation? Exponential growth would be this one. This one was compounded interest. Or it could also not be interest. It could be money. Or it could be like the bacteria growing. Yeah. Today we were talking about A of t equals P e to the RT. When do we use this one? Yeah, Lily, say a little louder. Yes, continuously. Compounded interest. This one we used at the end when we had two data points. So any word problems. Okay, we have maybe time to do one problem on the boards. We're gonna count off today in groups because I didn't make the groups. So we're gonna do. Let's do 7 groups. Go ahead. 1. Go find your boards. I will give you your cards.